Hello friends, you are welcome to our literary channel Academic Domain. Today I am going to discuss the poem Still I Rise by Maya Angelou. It will be line by line explanation of the poem. Friends, if you are new to my channel and haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe it and press the bell icon to get notified my new videos. So friends, before going to the poem, we will discuss few points about the poet Maya Angelou. Maya Angelou's real name was Margaret Annie Johnson. She was born on April 4, 1928 and died on May 28, 2014. She was an American poet, memoirist, and civil rights activist. She was an actor, writer, director, and producer of plays, movies, and public television programs. She published seven autobiographies, three books of essays, several books of poetry, and is credited with a list of plays, movies, and television shows. She received dozens of awards and more than 50 honorary degrees. So it was about the poet. Now we will discuss the poem. We will analyze the poem line by line. So this is the first stanza of the poem, and we know that Maya Angelou, though she was an American, but she was a black woman. We can say a Negro woman, and we know that how Negro people or black people were suppressed by the white people. So here, wherever there is you, it is addressed to the white people. It means that white people. So we will see the poem now here. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. So she is addressing the white people, and she is telling that she is addressing the colonizers that you may write me down in history. You may write me down in history. You may misrepresent my history. You may misrepresent the history of the black people, the history of the Negro people, the history of the colonized people with your bitter and twisted lies. You can twist the history. You can present the way you want. You can trod me down in the dirt. You can trod me down. You can crash me in the dirt. But like dust, I will rise. But I will move forward. I will go ahead. I will rise from that dust. I will rise like a dust from the dirt. So you cannot suppress me. It was the first stanza. Now let's go for the second stanza. Does my sassiness upset you? Again here, as I told you that you means white people. So she says that does my sassiness upset you? My sassiness, my attitude, my haughtiness, my rudeness, my pride. So does my pride, does my the way of living upsets you? Does my that haughtiness, that does my pride upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? Why you are surrounded with gloom when you see me happy? Why you are upset? Why you are in gloom when you see me happy? Can't you tolerate my happiness? Cause I walk like I have got oil wells pumping in my living room. Because I walk in such a way, because my attitude is such, because I live in a way that I am very rich and that I have oil wells in my room. So when you see me happy, when you see me with pride, why are you becoming upset? Why you become gloom? Why there is a gloom around your face? So this was the second stanza. Now this is the third stanza. Just like moons and like suns, with the certainty of tide. There is a certainty of moons and sun. They will rise and set down. So in the same way, there is a certainty of tide as well. And just like hopes springing high, and we have always great expectations, we have always hope. So the way that moons and suns and tides and hopes, the way there is a certainty in all these things that they will go high, that they will rise and that set. In the same way I will also rise. There is a certainty, there is a determination in me that I will rise from this oppression, from this suppression. Now the next stanza. Did you want to see me broken? Bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries. Again, poet says that, did you want to see me broken? Do you want to see me broken? You think that I will be broken, I will be shattered with your twisted lies, with your torture, with your suppression. So, bowed head and lowered eyes. You want to see my head always bowed before you. You want to see my eyes always lowered. Or you think that you want my shoulders always bowed like teardrops. You think that I'll be weakened, I'll be shattered by my emotional cries because of your tortures, because of your suppression, because of your hatefulness. Do you think that I'll be weakened? So these are the questions in the four lines. Now the next stanza, does my haughtiness offend you? Again poet says that does my haughtiness, does my pride, does my attitude, does my happiness offend you? You want to know that why I am so happy. You want to know that why I am so pride. So you get offended by my pride, by my haughtiness. Don't you take it awful hard. Now she says that don't you take it awful hard. Don't be afraid of that. Don't be upset with that. Cause I laugh, I have got gold mines digging in my own backyard. Because I laugh in a way, I live in a way, I pass my life in a way. It seems that I'm very rich. I have gold mines in my backyard. So these things, my way of life, my attitude, my prideness, does it offend you? Now, in this stanza, the poet says, you may shoot me with your words, you may cut me with your eyes, you may kill me with your hatefulness, but still like air I will rise. Now, she says that you may shoot me with your words, you may abuse me, you may tell anything, you may tell lie about me, you may shoot me with your words, you may cut me with your eyes, you may be very angry at me. It doesn't matter to me. You may kill me with your hatefulness. So you are very hateful towards me. You may kill me with your hatefulness. But like air, the way air is uncontrollable, no one can control the air. In the same way, you cannot control me. You cannot suppress me for longer. And like air, I too will rise. Next stanza. Does my sexiness upset you? Does it come as a surprise that I dance like I have got diamonds at the meeting of my thighs? Now the poet says that, does my sexiness upset you? Are you upset by my sexiness? Are you upset? You think that how I can become very attractive woman? Does it upset you? Does it come as a surprise? And it is a surprise for you. Is it a surprise for you that how a black woman, how a negro woman can be so sexy, can be so attractive, can be so charming? Is it a surprise for you? And when you and the way I dance, so my movements are like that. The way I dance, that I have got diamonds in the meeting of my thighs. So I look so happy when I dance. In my real life, I represent myself as so happy. When you see me a happy woman, a black happy woman, are you surprised by that? Are you upset by this? Now the next stanza. Out of the hearts of history's shame I rise. Up from a past that's rooted in pain I rise. I am a black ocean, leaping and wide, welling and swelling I bear in the tide. Now the poet says that out of the hearts of history's shame, my history is full of shame. You have represented me in such a way. You have always oppressed me. You have always colonized we people, black people. So the way you have misrepresented our history. So from that shameful history, I will rise, I will get up, I will move forward. It will not it will not hinder my success. It will not hinder my, that moving forward. So from past that's rooted in pain, I rise. So from that past which is rooted in pain, from my painful past, I will rise. I am like a black ocean. The way the waves of the ocean are leaping, the way the waves of the ocean are leaping and moving forward. In the same way, I too will leap and move forward. I will rise from this slavery. My community will rise from this slavery, from this injustice, from this inequality. The last lines of the poem: leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise. The nights which are full of terror and fear, I will leave behind those nights, and I will rise. I will move forward into a daybreak that's wondrously clear. I will rise. I rise. So in the into the daybreak, I by leaving the nights which are full of terror and fear, I will move forward. I will go ahead to a daybreak, to a day which will be very clear. So the day will come when there will be no slavery. The day will come when there will be no injustice and no inequality, no hate, no prejudice for the black people, for the Negro people. Bringing the gifts and that my ancestors gave, the gifts that my ancestors gave, the gift that my ancestor fought for. That gift is that freedom from the slavery, and freedom from the injustice, freedom from the prejudice, freedom from the hate. So the gifts which my ancestor gave me, by carrying all those gifts, I will rise. And the dream and the hope of the slave, and I am the dream and the hope of my community, of the slave community, and I have to fulfill those dreams. And with those dreams, with those gifts, I will rise, I will rise, and I will rise, I will move forward.